Hey ya, 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 hey ya. Hey y'all, to all my yayas. Today we are live. It's Saturday. It is, I'm a little late starting today, so it's about 20 after 1. Supposed to start at 1. So, as usual, I'm going to give it a little time, about 10-15 minutes to continue setting up and, see how many we can get to come in. All right. So I got a little. Yeah, Alexa been going off all day. So, Alexa, turn the music back on. Hold on, guys. I need to go get. Hold on, guys. Let me go get my light to put back in here because it's kind of dark.
housepartners.com. More renters get new homes than any other site using every available. Records.com. Most popular place to find out.
What makes one head of lettuce
Okay, I'm
better than another?
coming.
At Kroger, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level. We're only the best of the best. That means not every leafy green needs the teal. Not every grape makes the grain. If you shop Kroger, you know it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Get more ways to save. If you buy 5 or more, save $1 each day. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with cards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. This is the sound of automotive history. The all-electric Porsche Taycan. The first electric car with a genuine sports car store, making it not only historic, but proof that the future of the sports car is in good hands. To find out more or sign up for the Porsche Taycan newsletter, just say, Alexa, open Discover Porsche Taycan. Porsche Taycan, soul electrified.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash. Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. will pay credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. Please use your list with limitations apply.
Um, what you love. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Um, so today's video is pretty much the product review reveal. Um, and while I'm waiting on supplies to come in, I have a few odd projects that need completing. And I'm gonna try to do some of those, and then play in the paint a little bit. So about a week and a half ago, I came upon Aquaseal marine epoxy resin. Um, I actually ordered 2 packages of it. It comes in a set. Each package comes in a set with the resin and the hardener. So I ordered 2. And also just want to shout out to Aquaseal. They had some type of special going on where if you purchase, one second. Where if you purchase, you make a purchase with them, you get a free product. So it says, to celebrate and thank you, we want to give you a free product that will complement your purchase. And then it tells you to text Boat Resin, and it gives you a number, or you can go to their website and put in the information, or you can scan the code on the back of the bottle. So I wanted to give a shout out to Aquaseal, first of all, just to say thank you for the free product. And because I ordered 2 sets, it automatically entered me to receive 2 free products. So the 2 products that they offer is some resin paint, and the other one is a set of mica powders. So I was able to get both because I ordered both sets. So first, give a shout out to them for that. Now on to the product review. Okay, so I did a whole video where I used the product review to do one of my resin pour. I had a resin pour for that day. And I had about 20 pieces that I was that I wanted to do that day. As it turned out, 1 bottle of resin from the set was bad. The resin was real thick and gooey and gel-like. I was confused. I never used Aquaseal before, so I wasn't sure whether it's supposed to be that thick, because I know there are some resins out there that are thick, because the one that I use, Total Boat is quite thick. The resin is quite thick, but it's not as thick as this was. This was like a real gel consistency. It was gel-like. So I wasn't sure if it's supposed to be that thick, and I was really confused and wasn't sure if it's supposed to be that thick, because when I actually mixed it with the hardener, it seemed to be okay. It seemed to be setting pretty good, so I wasn't sure. But on the downside, with that first batch that I mixed with the bad resin, I actually did over half of my projects. And today is the reveal. And I went through, and you see that? That's the resin. That's the bad one. Okay? That's the first piece. See that? That's supposed to be like that. So that one, this is that. Now, this was part of a set. So in that set, there were 1, 2, 3. There were 5 pieces in that set. So this is the one piece. Where are the points here? Again, I'm get up closer. Actually, can you see it? So you can see it. Okay, that's that. This is the second piece. And now this is the third piece. See that? That's where it's supposed to be. There's no bending. I can't bend it. I actually except for right here, but I didn't put enough resin in there for that. So that's not their fault. But this is it here. Okay, and then there are also these pieces. Good keychains. Now, thing is, these are frozen too. So usually what I would do is once it's set, and here's what I did with this. Again, I didn't know if it was supposed to be that way or not. So these have been setting for about a week, for over a week now. I did come back and check it like a day or two later, and it was kind of soft and spongy. Wasn't always set, but I figured that if I let it sit, the longer I let it sit, the more, you know, it will cure. And for some of them, it worked, but for most of them, it didn't. So what I would usually do after these set is to go in and sand them, sand the edges, and all the sharp parts. And the sharp edges are on there, sand it. And do a lot. Just want to smooth out. Okay. So out of that 6-piece set, 5-piece set, only one came out good, and that is because this one was actually poured from the second batch. The first batch had the bad resin. The second batch was fine. So that's that one. Now, these other ones, by them being so soft, and as you can see, I can do all kinds of stuff with it. But as I say, this is Resinly Speaking, where imperfection is perfection at its best. So I'm still going to go ahead and sand these rough edges. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use them around the house. You know, to put my flower pots on. I can still use them as coasters. And because they're so soft, um, actually what I'm thinking of is to take these cups or another cup. But I think I'm going to take a cup. I'm going to go to Dollar Tree and buy some really pretty cups or even some glass and just glue it on there to put little trinkets and stuff in. So it's not a total loss. I'll be able to do some things with it. Like I said, Resinly Speaking, where imperfection is perfection at its best. Okay, so I'm just going to sand these down as I go. Take a lot. Actually, need a little more coarser sandpaper. There we go. Just need a little more grip to it. And I'm sorry, guys, I may be a little slow today. I just finished one of my other videos where I did a lovely brunch of Asian shrimp with a buttery tequila sauce and cheese grits. Oh, it was lovely. So I'm moving kind of slow because I just ate that nice brunch and I topped it off with what I call a summer beer. Uh, just basically just a little cocktail with a little tequila, a little Red Bull, Sprite, and I topped it off in some water, and I topped it off with a little orange juice, just for this meal today. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna, and I think I have some glasses here. I got some glasses that I might want to use to just glue on top of here, and because I got another piece, the larger one of this poster, the actual tray um, that I'm using as a cooling board for the kitchen. So yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, so this one is. Okay, we'll have some of them. Okay, so I'm gonna move on and check the rest of them. And basically, make two piles. But basically, that's how they all turned out. This one is a lot more thicker because of the mold, but it bends too. It's not. It doesn't bend as much because it's a thicker piece, but it shouldn't bend at all. If you can see that. Okay, so that goes in that pile. Keychains, all of these are bending clear. Now, I can say with the Aquaseal that despite the pieces not setting correctly with the first batch, I really love the shine on them. I love the consistency of the resin. I love the look. This one is just plain clear resin. It does have a little slight tint to it, but I also did a little slight coloring of the base of the mold, which was in a gold. So I think more of the gold and the clear is coming from me coloring the mold as opposed to the tint itself. But again, I do like the thickness of it. I do like the feel of the Aquaseal resin. I usually use Total Boat, which I love, 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 love. But I am looking to test out some, right, you know, as I did with Aquaseal, some alternative. But I think I want to do a more, I want to try a product that's actually meant for resin art. Yeah. So all of these are soft. And what I'm doing, I'm actually thinking of some projects I can do with these. Um, I'll glue these. What can I put in between these? Let me think about it. I'll do something like that. These are the red ones. Again, just soft. I can bend it, but the piece itself came out beautiful. It has a shine to it. I really like the shine. Um, a lot of the pieces, some of them had glitter, some had mica powder. Um, but and some just had acrylic paint. But the end product, despite it being soft, turned out pretty well. I was a little upset at first. As you can imagine, I was really upset that I had a bad batch of Aquaseal, but I think if I just let them know, um, I don't think I have a problem getting that corrected. Oh, this one was really pretty. So yeah. Now this one, really surprising because the edges of this one is really hard. You can bend it, but around the edge, it's not like the other ones around the edge where it's still pliable, like. But this one, for some reason, the edge is just like really good and sturdy. So I don't know what happened there. And this is another set. And again, this one is too soft. And actually twist it. This one as well. And I have marbles on the top of this one. So, and it bends everywhere. And out of the 16 pieces, there was supposed to be 20, but because of part of that resin not working well, I only was able to do 16. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces came out well, and that's only because of the second batch that I mixed. And because the first batch was so thick, I actually used more resin than I should have. which caused me to be short on the second go around. Because with 2 bottles, I was able to mix 2 batches. So the second batch from the bad bottle, I end up having to use some of the resin from the good bottle, which caused some of my pieces, most of my pieces, to be faulty. Okay, so that's pretty good. These came out perfect. Perfect. That's glitter in there. I don't know if you can see it. But I have little pieces of glitter in there. So these pieces came out perfect. It's a little sharp, a little rough around the edges, but we'll sand that off.
And if you've got an insurance question, you could talk to your dad, but she'd probably just tell you about the insurance account and stay inside. Or you could talk to your local credit brokerage. They'll give you a different with personalized assistance for all your insurance needs, like how you can configure your house. So let your dad know how to and let a local declaration help cover but not. To find a declaration near you, visit geico.com/local.
Snoopy's in the house, y'all. Okay. And these are the other. And again, they came out pretty good. Now, I love how these came out. So, Aquaseal, I'm thinking it could be an option. As long as I don't get another batch of bad resin. yeah, I really like how these came out. And this is from the good bag. I don't see any air bubbles. And I use micro powders with this one. Now the only issue that I see, and it's really not a big issue, because I will go over this with a clear coat of resin. For this mold, it's very slippery. So I pre-treat it with some gesso and water, a thin layer of gesso and water, and I let it sit. And then went back over again with some gesso and water and let it sit for 24 hours. And then I hand dust it with micro powders, and then I set it in the resin. So the only issue is that you can see the pores from where the gesso the water had dried or was not dry all the way, and it's set in the face. So, I mean, that's a minor issue, but overall, I'm happy with the piece. I love the piece. And like I said, I'm going to hit it with a coat of resin top coat anyway. And so for those of you that just tuning in, and this is your first time, welcome. Um, Thank you for stopping by. If you like the video, please like, and even better, share and subscribe to my channel, because I will be doing these every week. And if you're just joining, I'm not a beginner, but it has been quite some time since I did the resin art, since I did this type of art. So for now, I'm pretty much acting as a novice until my memory comes back and I remember some of the methods that I use. I'm just pretty much experimenting, putting things together, and see how they come out. Um, this is a lovely piece. I love this. I love it. So that's in there, and to my towel. Don't you hate all the prepping that you do, with all the prepping that I do, no matter how much I prep, no matter how much I set everything up before I start recording these lives? It's like as soon as I get on camera, I can't find anything. I don't know where nothing is. That's a bummer. Okay. Now, for these two pieces, and this one turned out really well too. And then even at the end, like towards the bottom here, I kind of ran out of resin mix. Because the second batch, I had to use some from the second batch for the first batch. But even though it's kind of thick up here and a little bit thin through here, it's still sturdy. It's not flimsy and bending like the other one. So, yeah, I think Aquaseal is a good choice. I would have to do this review again. Just to be sure. But I like it. Not bad at all. And y'all, I could my hand sander. I just had my hand sander, and I could have just replaced the sandpaper in there, but I just felt this was faster anyway. Real. Yeah. Okay. So overall, um, um, looking at these pieces, I would give the Aquaseal a 7 overall. I mean, an 8 overall. I would give it an 8 overall, 8 out of 10 overall, based on these final products of these. But because of the bad batch, the bad bottle of resin that I got, and over half of my products, my projects rather, um, didn't come out as they should. gonna give it a 7. And also because of the cost too. Can't remember right offhand, but I will have everything in the description. Yeah, but even with that being said, the Aquaseal is a strong contender. But this was the last piece that I poured. There wasn't quite enough in the mold to fill that part, but just that tip right there is bendable. The other, everywhere else is fine, but just that one little tip where there wasn't enough resin in there. Which is odd. That's odd. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5.5. So out of 16 pieces, only 5.5 pieces are useful. Okay, so let me take this phone call and I'll be right back.